Armed Forces Showdown on CBS. A win for Air Force, securing them the Commander-in-Chief's trophy for the first time since 2016. But Army has won 4 of the last 5. The win guarantees the trophy remains with them for another year. Second quarter, Army down 3. Jamel Jones completes the pass to eyes on Marshall. And Marshall's going to find a little space, and he's off and running. A 31-yard gain to give them a first down. The junior running back making a catch and then doing what he does best. Run. 3 plays later, Jones keeps it himself. He's in for the score for the Black Knights. Army up 7-3 at the half. 40 rush yards and a rushing touchdown for Jones in the first half of 65 pass yards. Third quarter, same score. Air Force 3rd and 2. Zeke Daniels over the middle to David Cormier. His forward progress is eventually stopped. A 27-yard gain and a first down. Air Force and Army, 2 of the best rushing teams, but doing it with the arms of the quarterbacks. Until later in the drive, Zeke Daniels keeps it himself, finds the gap 17 yards later, celebrating a touchdown. Air Force up 10-7. 145 total yards in the third quarter for Air Force. Domination from the Falcons, but only up 3. They would add a field goal to go up 13-7. Under 2 minutes left in the fourth, Air Force looking to ice it, but stopped behind the line of scrimmage for a 3-yard loss. Army's defense gets a big stop with a chance to win it. Ball back down 6 with 1 minute to go. 4th and 1 from their own 36. Tyson Riley runs it up the middle for 3 yards. That's a first down to keep the game alive for Army. But 4 plays later, looking to convert on another 4th down. Jones's pass intercepted by Camby Goff. Air Force wins it 13-7. They win the Commander-in-Chief's trophy for the first time since 2016, their 21st overall trophy. Army had possession of the trophy since 2020, but they're handing it over on this day. Air Force wins 13-7. It's their 5th straight meeting between the two, decided by 7 points or less. Army held to 78 rushing yards. That's the least amount of rushing yards they've had in a game since 2007. They averaged 334.6 rush yards per game this season, but not on this day. Army does get the cover in terms of the spread. The under hits at 40.5. Up next, Air Force home to New Mexico next Saturday. That's a game you'll be able to see on CBS Sports Network. Army will hit the road to take on Troy. After the game, Air Force head coach Troy Calhoun spoke with our Sherry Burns.
Well, Coach, you told me this game was going to come down to the bitter end. It was a close one there at the end. How did you guys pull this off?
Yeah, I thought we played really well in the second half, outside of the 2 penalties down inside the 10-yard line. Other than that, defensively, we're absolutely fantastic. After their scoring drive, really, you think back the scoring drive and then to come up with the stop that the defense had there in the second quarter after the interception, and Zeke Daniels was big time.
You mentioned it there, the penalties. You guys had some very costly ones, but your team never got down. What does that show you about what they're able to do?
Well, both teams. Really, just the heart and the, just the commitment that they have. Both these squads. What a football game again it was last year, and it will be for future years too.
You're bringing the Commander-in-Chief trophy to Colorado Springs for the first time since 2016. We know the importance and the significance, but for you, what does this mean?
It's a good place for it to be. Now you got to earn it. It's not easy to do, but I'm so happy for our guys, happy for our school, but it's for just our players and coaches. The amount of time and energy and just their commitment and hard work is truly extraordinary.
Well, congratulations, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
How about Coach Calhoun? 11-5 versus Army as the coach of Air Force, and you look at the most Commander-in-Chief's trophy wins. Air Force way above everybody else. 21 wins, and they get their first one since 2016 today. Navy next with 16, Army with 9, but had been in possession of it since 2020. With more on this game, here's CBS Sports college football analyst Aaron Taylor, who was on the call.
Hey, welcome to Arlington, where Air Force won a really exciting Commanders Classic in true Academy fashion. This was a back-and-forth ball game where in the first half the defenses kind of ruled the roost, but as the game opened up and as the passing games opened up, the Falcons found a way to get it done. Credit Air Force for the adjustments that they made at halftime, getting Zeke Daniels' arm and leg involved more defensively, and their defense rising to the occasion, showing up big time in red zone and short yardage situations. These games are always close. These games are always fought to the end, and today's was no different. Poise is being at your best when your best is needed, and that's exactly what Air Force did.
game. You look at Army this season. We talked about the fact that they only had 78 rushing yards on this day, but look at that season average, 334.6. So Air Force's defense did a great job. To Aaron's point, they came up big when they needed to, and as such, they are taking the Commander-in-Chief's trophy home away from Army, who record their fewest rushing yards in a game since 2007.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.